Secrets of the Fire, Pinning Mantle. This is Mitchell's group.
What questions do you have as you read the book?
What,
Either of you guys.
what questions do we have while reading the book?
Yeah, as you read the book.
Don't point at me.
I kept thinking, like, why does she keep seeing those people at night running in the dark, whatever, the demons?
I feel like it might have something to do with the whole, you can like see people in the fire that her grandma said, and I think that those two things will keep popping up in the book.
That's her grandma.
Or was it?
I was just a random old lady. It might have been her grandma,
don't
but
know.
she just names everybody by first name.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So that one lady was talking about the fire, you could see stuff, and maybe this is like her other thing. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't get why they call them monsters
I can call them demons, but I don't know.
or whatever.
I think they're called demons.
That's probably what she just got from her family, or from her group. I don't know.
I don't have it.
I don't know.
Well, the lady's name is Mazuenas,
Yeah.
which I don't think that's her grandma actually.
Well, I mean, she calls everyone by first name, so it could be.
So it could, it might be.
I mean, she calls her mom Lizzie or whatever her name is.
Yeah. You can call her mom.
Lydia.
Yeah.
What do you think she calls her mom?
Lydia.
Or
Why?
She calls her Lydia and not mom.
I don't know. I've been wanting that too.
I don't even know. I don't know.
You get to the part whenever she.
The old lady just.
No, you get to the part right whenever she blew up her leg.
No, I didn't get to that part.
No, it's the end of like chapter 4.
She blew up her leg.
Like she stepped on. They're talking about mines. They gotta watch out for them, and she was being stupid, and she was running through her eyes closed and ran and stepped on a mine.
No, I got the part where they went to school.
I got to the. Well, I didn't get to this part, but what confused me was that old lady that died. Did you guys?
The walking one.
The one that gave him the bird.
The one that she was like.
Yeah.
At the beginning?
In the beginning, where
Yeah.
she like gave him the bird to eat, and then she like sat down, and then she died.
She just died.
I think that might be kind of show that if you kind of like give up or something, then you'll die and you won't make it. You have to like keep going, maybe.
She's his inspiration.
Mm-hmm.
They also say like she was sleeping.
Well, I think she just didn't want her daughter to say that she was dead
Well, she was.
at first.
She was dead.
Yeah, I mean, you can be
She
like,
saw
hey,
it
she's
after.
dead. Yeah. She's
Yeah.
not say it's a little kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like she might have been trying to shield her. She couldn't. I don't know.
You get to the part where she stole a sheet, didn't she? Didn't you?
She stole the sheet.
Yeah, from the priest. Well, she wanted to get make a dress for her sister, so she like was arguing with herself whether or not she wants to steal a bed sheet. And I was wondering like why she would do it, why she would steal it, even though she was going in her head about how bad she'd feel.
I think part of the thing was they had to wear certain clothes for school, and everybody else had those clothes and they didn't. So maybe,
She wanted to dress nice, maybe.
yeah. So because maybe they felt bad. I got to the part where they went to school, not
Yeah.
in the actual. Do you think that they'll get smarter throughout the book? I don't know.
Hopefully that's what the education purpose would be.
It seems to be going kind of like sometimes it'll be like day by day, and then sometimes like months later.
Yeah, I'd say like well, I know one section that said on the next moon cycle or the next full moon, which would be a
Yeah.
month.
So it kind of goes throughout some time. I wonder how old they're going to be at the end. I don't know. It could be like.
So, didn't they make it to some sort of village?
It was-
full of a whole bunch
It was kind of like
Yeah.
a safe village because the
It's like a safe
bandits
haven.
didn't know to go there, and so like different people from like villages that were destroyed kind of met up there.
I wonder if the bands didn't know about it because there was bombs, there was places with landmines.
Yeah.
So maybe they did know about it, they just didn't want to attack it.
Maybe they thought that if they went in there, then they would be dead anyways.
Maybe. I
Like
don't
the
know.
other people. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe they just probably thought people wouldn't go in there. Yeah. I don't know.
Let's see what other questions are there. Who's your favorite character?
I like the old lady until she died.
Wow.
She was pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Favorite character? I don't know. I haven't seen that one. The little boy.
Oh yeah, like Liza or something like that.
Something like that. I'll look into it real quick.
Why do you like him?
I don't know. It's the first boy in the book that
Yeah,
we actually talked to. Which I think that.
No, that's her brother.
No, yeah, it's her little brother. I take that. Yeah, there's another boy.
Isn't that a cheese?
Yeah, it's Italian. No.
Alfredo.
I think that's a cheese.
Something like that. I don't know. Look,
Why was he named after a cheese?
I'm sure they wasn't named after cheese on
Their last name's Salad.
And yeah, the English version, I think it's kind of funny. Kind of like
What?
the English version.
Yeah.
Salad. It's like the priest knows it because he speaks English.
Man.
Look at these scrubs.
I like the old guy who teaches them how to sew. He's pretty cool, I think.
Okay, we don't have that part either, so you're. Thanks for reading the whole book for us.
Oh, the old
Whatever.
book, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
I thought it was pretty crazy. You got to the school, didn't you?
Yeah, that was cool.
Yes.
Did you hear how many students they had?
Like 92 or
Like
something
90
like that.
something. That'd be crazy.
I really call that. I think
Yeah.
it's actually 92.
I think it's like 94, 96.
I'm close
I'm
there. Yeah, but
actually
it's a
gonna
lot.
look at that.
And it seems like they only have one teacher. Or no, I take that back. He said that you guys have just started, so you're going to go in this class. So I think they might have other ones, but that one teacher has 92 or something.
I thought it was pretty crazy though how they had to like learn and they didn't have like they couldn't write anything down.
Yeah,
so
they
that
had to
paper-
just memorize everything.
That'd be hard.
Yeah, that'd be bad.
Oh, one thing. When
Here it is. It says you have 2 more students, and I counted. There's 92 students here, right?
God, let's go. 92.
Yeah.
Okay, so why did they make such a big deal out of bandits killing their dogs?
I don't know, maybe because it's the
Maybe because
part of the family, I guess.
he doesn't have any
They
purpose.
repeat it like 4 times.
Because maybe it's like so extreme to them on why would they even do that?
Yeah.
Because you know they're little pets and they just want to destroy everything and anything that
I mean,
reminds
maybe
them
they
of
were
home.
gonna bark and then give away.
I don't think it would be that.
The lighting of the fire might like to know something's up.
What do you think the significance is? Do you think there's any significance with like everyone saying that they're twins, they're like twins?
Yeah, they always say that.
Like every time somebody meets them, like probably 3 times
Just
in one
twins?
chapter.
Like no,
Yeah, you guys went like no.
shut up. The significance behind I don't know.
I bet it's gonna come back later in the book and mean
It
something.
probably will. Maybe
What are
maybe
the
her
secrets
sister
in
will
the
die.
fire?
Yeah, I feel like that it was a lot of foreshadowing and setting up something that'll happen later in the book with the lady. And how it keeps kind of going back to it.
Yeah, like in the school, she talked about how like she saw a fire and thought of her, like all of her family and friends that died in the village.
Hmm.
Maybe that's like what keeps her going and keeps the fire going in her.
Maybe when she sees fire, she'll remember all the stuff. It kind of
Keep her going.
symbolizes what she was taken from her.
Yeah. Can you relate to anybody?
Nah, my dog's still alive.
Same. Yeah, I don't
The
know.
little boy.
I think our
Oh, boy.
cultures. I think our cultures are too different to relate.
Yeah.
Well, they live in these huts. We live in like these actual like houses.
Well, that is,
And I don't know. It's just their way of life is different, so I can't relate.
More poor. I guess you
I
could
feel
say.
like
Poverty.
there's a lot of
everywhere.
people in America that could relate to them being in like the poor and everything. Although not like getting your houses
That
burned
is
down and
severe.
stuff.
Living, trying to hide from bandits.
You
Maybe.
don't see
Yeah,
very
having
many
to keep
people,
walking.
You don't see very many people going around burning people's houses down just because they want to like. I don't know. Do
Or
it.
pyros.
Oh, you did say that? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What do you think about like? You think there's any like big thing about them seeing the ocean? How like her sister was so amazed by it.
Yeah. I mean, like, it was the first time they've seen it, and maybe they'll look at the positives. I think it said this in the book. They look at the positives of what happened. Maybe kind of look at the bright side.
Yeah.
And the boy said he wanted to see everything.
Yeah, he said I was gonna travel around more than twice.
Twice as much as everybody else.
Yeah. Sounds pretty cocky.
I mean, life goals right there.
Wow, how far they traveled, really. I mean, I
He
thought
doesn't
Africa
say how
would be
long.
inland.
It says that it was a while. Like, it seemed like it was a little
I mean, they
bit.
said it from the time that they started school, around there, to the time when the parents burned all that, and her
Mhm.
dad did. That was a month.
A month?
Yeah.
Well, then they probably weren't living in the houses for like a week or something.
So they
So,
probably
like-
traveled for a while.
Like 3 weeks or something. Walking.
Maybe.
Something like that. That wouldn't be fun.
That would not be fun. It's like a lot of blisters today.
They said about. Did they have shoes? I think they said they had shoes.
That one boy had one shoe and he painted another on his
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
He was like,
Yeah.
she's like, you're poor, aren't you? And he's like, clearly, I painted another shoe, my foot. Oh, she said, don't we have to have money for school? And he's like, no. Hey, look at me, I have one shoe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I think it's before you start another question. It's something about how the bandits didn't have shoes, so they might not follow, something
Yeah.
like that. Because I think they did. So I don't know.
Other girl was saying maybe they do have shoes. What if they did?
Yeah, I'm trying to think about what happened. See if they follow or not. Maybe
Probably,
they,
I mean, what year is it supposed to be? Is it supposed to be modern or is it supposed to be?
I think it's
Is this more modern when they have
it's
cars?
sounds modern. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're
They have
not in
guns, right?
America or anything. So
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, I mean, it's probably in Africa because
I mean,
nothing
clearly it's in
good.
Africa. They said it was in
Nothing good happens in Africa.
What did they ever say they have guns and they kill
Uh,
their family?
I don't think it said. I think it just said something about
I
fire.
know it said axes and machete.
So I think this
I don't know.
that's probably like 20th century. My guess is
I know this book was named in late 1990s. I'm not sure that.
19. Yeah, I feel like it's probably in the
I
19th
feel like
century
there's a
sometime.
place where you can find.
Yeah, this should be a small book. What tells you about your copyright or something. See at the very beginning of the very end.
Annie Connie was born in Norway and lived and
1948?
studied in
1995
1992.
by the author. 1995
Yeah.
copyright.
Copyright 2000.
So yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably
but the
19.
author's right there.
Oh yeah.
Was this like about herself? So this she would have to have lived through this?
The author?
Mm-hmm.
I
Or is
think-
this like a made up story? Isn't that real?
It isn't said.
Hmm.
Okay.
So yeah,
Well, it
you
says
had,
in memory
Yes,
of
I have-
Marie Alvis, so it's real.
yeah, it's real.
I have a question. They told them about the landmines. How did she still
You-
get blown up?
At the end of the fourth chapter, it just says that they were like running around playing. Right here, it says, one morning they were raining overnight, and the red dirt got wet, and Sophia was. She had an idea that she wanted to like run around and play, and then her sister was
But-
watching her, and then she like closed her eyes and started running, and she got off the path, and then she stepped off the line.
Oh, she closed her eyes. Okay, yeah.
It says Sophia opened her eyes, and saw that she was off the path.
Well, I don't think that she would have seen the mine because it's underground. We're
Yeah,
not
that's-
supposed to see it.
Well, oh yeah.
But she just kind of
she-
running around.
Because her eyes were closed, she went.
Yeah, she
off
kind
the
of
path.
strayed a little bit of where you're supposed to go.
And then kaboom.
Well, does it say that she got blown up, or was it just kind of like?
It says there was.
an
It
ex-
says she hopped on her left foot, and then she put her right foot down the step to back on the path, and then it says then the ground exploded.
And this
So
is
you can
Sophia.
only, you
Yeah,
can
it's all
only
says in the
guess
next
that
chapter.
her leg
Hmm.
got blown up, unless like she has like
Well, that'll make it harder to walk around if she has to again.
super legs.
That would have been kind of hard to walk around there. With one leg.
Hobble.
Kind of makes me want to read more to see if she's like
Yeah.
limping out of there with one leg.
Yeah.
I mean, your
hopping,
sister's there with her. I mean, holy.
dragging.
I think maybe if they had a prosthetic leg, we could see if it's modern or not.
They couldn't afford it though. I mean,
They
they're
probably
poor.
could. They probably use a stick.
Yeah, I say a stick. We don't got no prosthetics. We got a stick.
Stick this up in your leg.
Yeah.
It's weird to think about.
They might get sick. I said something about like how one kid got sick and he's like
Oh, yeah, the
one of the
sister.
few that like didn't die.
Her sister got sick, I think.
It was somebody who got sick and like they didn't die. It was very rare. And he talked about how like most people would die, probably
Yeah.
because they don't have the same stuff that we do. So I feel like that might kill many people.
They have different diseases out there too. Like, they got malaria, I think, and they have a couple of them. Especially like the mosquitoes and stuff.
Yeah.
This book's a lot more interesting than I thought it would be.
It started off a little slow.
Yeah, it was slow at first. And
Then the bird lady came in.
then the bird lady gave us spices all over. Wow, we would have read that back. We would have known that a landmine that took her leg.
Oh really?
Not the murderous bandits who drove her from their home, nor the landmine that takes Sophia's legs. Wow.
Legs is in
Legs.
plural.
Yeah, it says legs, plural, so I guess she loses both legs.
I don't know what
Do
she's
they have
gonna do.
wheelchairs,
They,
or is she just?
they probably don't unless that priest guy got one.
Is she done dead, or is she?
She's not gonna die.
Well, I mean, in the very beginning of the book, it says that she lives. And it says in memory of Maria Alvis.
She wouldn't be able to tell her story if she died
Is
Yeah,
it?
that's
during
true.
that.
It says,
Well,
this
her
news about her
sister.
who survived.
Maybe her sister tells it.
Sophia lived
from
out.
her-
Her sister
I
died.
don't know. Oh,
Her
yeah.
dead sister.
But
I wonder
would
how
her
her sister
sister
died.
know?